professional. I... Not only did I not unmute myself immediately, I also forgot to turn the music up. Not that the music is going to be on for very long, but... I do need to wonder a little bit if the audio balance is going to be okay for Monster Hunter. I think... You know, I do forget the different... You know what? No, I don't think I ever really went through this list. So I believe assignments are the main quests. Optional are optional, and then investigation... I think this is what I was thinking about before. What I actually want to be working on. I say that, but you know what? I'm going to start with expeditions because that's how I get to fill out my map without really worrying about anything. Change starting area. I think I want to be in Astera. And I don't think I've ever been inside the Gathering Hub. You know what, let's just go to Astera and work my way out. Ooh, where is... There we go. You know what? I'm just going to manually leave that up. Even though it's muted, I'll let it go. It can stay on screen. I think it's also been a while since I've Oogie. I don't even remember the commands. There's always plenty to do. Most... I know I said something about, going out on expeditions to fill out the map, but also collect items. Clockwork mentioned before. Wait, was it Clockwork? I think it was Clockwork. Mentioned that I should was a lot of different items.
Hello.
Also, all these side quests I didn't even realize were up. I also forgot to check with
That's right.
the harvest box.
Hurry back now.
Where do I go? Oh, it's
You all
the
good?
chief botanist. Oh, I didn't realize. I had items to collect. If I fertilize it. I think it is mainly honey. I believe that it's only the one harvest box that I have. Yeah, it's only the one. That's okay. Wait, what's that? Is that the monster that I captured the other day? Was it down in the Rotten Vale? Big, spiky, and spinny? Hi, Clockwork! I just got started. I don't know if I'm winning quite yet. Well, I have a drink. So, in that sense, I am winning. Hope you've been having a good day. And if you haven't, well, I hope you can enjoy your time here. Use the expedition loadout, yes. Can go ahead and save that. I'll figure out the details in a little bit. So I have a bunch of rations. Which isn't as good as well done steaks. I'll take it. Mega potions, I have a good bit of. I have good stock of potions and mega potions. So maybe I don't need honey. Let's see. You've just been working on nerd stuff today. Nice and relaxing. Well, that's good to hear. Nice and relaxing day, working on your nerd stuff. Were you painting your war minis? Deathwatch, I believe? And I believe you've also mentioned a little bit of magic? Deck building, maybe? Plenty of options. What fish fin? Used to sharpened weapons, restores sharpness greatly, but good for fewer uses than a whetstone. So I guess I have to go fishing a little bit. Let's see. You did go to check out a tournament your bookstore was hosting. Ooh. I didn't even realize that a bookstore would be up to something like that. You know, at the same time, I'm not surprised that a bookstore would uh, host an event like that. I feel like they might be similar to a library in some respects, although more business focused. Let's see, a little kid, maybe 12, came in with their space bugs. Ooh, Tyranid. Didn't have enough models to participate in the tournament, so they got in for free, and the odd player out lowered their army so they could play. Ooh, that's nice. Like a responsible adult, you decided to ruin that kid's life. Oh no. Did you crush their hopes and dreams, or was it a little bit in a different direction? List. Left on and off. Keep the antidotes on. Nutrients. Don't do the mega nutrients. Max potion. Ooh, I need to make myself actual note. Let's see. When you started collecting, you got a bunch of space bugs, so you offered to sell Carnifex for 5. Now you're gonna get them so hopelessly hooked on war dollies they'll have no hope of escape. That's one way to induct someone into the hobby, and a surefire way to set up their financial ruin in so many years. Let's see. Okay, so I do need honey. Lots and lots of honey. Herbal medicine. Okay, okay. So that means I need blue mushroom. For nutrients, I need bitterbug. Yeah, you're a little stinker. You're a little stinky nerd getting the next generation hooked on games that are way too expensive. Also, very smart doing the drip feed. You have a lot more you can sell them, but you're going to do it in bits and pieces. And you're going to wait for them to be finished painting. That's a great way to make sure they're actually falling in love with the hobby and not piling up big gray masses of plastic. You know, like I have. It almost makes me wish I started with Gunpla. Because at least with Gunpla, believe, at least at the, it's high grade Gunpla, they come pre-colored, or the plastic is already colored instead of it always needing to be painted. Painting is just an extra detail step. Yep, you're right. Can't overwhelm them with a pile of shame. You know, that thing that the adults all have? Well, I would say most of them. I did debate on... what was it? Maybe doing... it's called an escalation game, Escalation League. And use that to convince me to keep up with assembling and painting and building up an army, but unfortunately, life got in the way. Lone grass bud? I've never heard of that. Just going down the list. Herbal medicine is on the... Yes, it is on the previous page. Let's see, clearly... I don't know what you were talking about when you asked what is it. I know. I was losing my train of thought. I was, I'm not thinking the straightest. Let's see, you just need to hang out in the server and watch a movie while painting to lure to lure me into hobby time. Ah, right, the league thing. Yeah, escalation. Slowly build up a, what was it, a 2,000 point army over the course of a year. Regularly going in with whoever's participating to assemble, paint, and play with a new army, basically. Just hang out on the server, watch a movie. Yeah, and I did think about, as another alternative, to start watching other hobby streamers who watch other hobby streamers assemble and paint their own minis, and use the time that I watch them to also myself be putting together whatever I have. Wow, there's just a laundry list of things that I need to acquire. If I were a smart girl, then I would have done this off stream. If I never hit start streaming, I probably wouldn't be online at all. So here we are, me making a physical checklist as I go down my crafting list. Nourishing extract might be one of the mystery items. Immunizer, I believe, is another thing that showed up already. Had matte seed. I'm glad you're a little bit hype for me going through this list. Armor, skin. Oh, I do have enough to make one. So I can make this mystery mega armor skin. Okay, okay. See, inventory management is an important part of Monster Hunter. You are correct. It's going to be a bit of a task finding the location of all these items and going through and getting everything. I'll definitely have to go through again later to prioritize things. Actually, do you know what? Let's do that right now. Let's see, Farcaster. I want to get back to camp quickly. This is useful. But I don't need a terrible quantity of it. Hardshell powder, this is more of a multiplayer item. So I can leave that alone to start. Nourishing extracts. Unless the precursor items are further down the list. Nope. Oh, no. It's probably Immunizer with the Kelby Horn to create Nourishing Extract, and then Nourishing Extract with another Kelby Horn is probably a different item. Life Powder is also not necessary. So herb, yes. Honey, yes. Bug, blue mushroom. Mega nutrients needs honey, max potion, fully restores health and maximizes the size of your health gauge. If I heal, I want to also get the effect of mega nutrients. I use a max potion is how I'm interpreting that. See, Kelby Horns are easy to get just every time you go to Wildspire, go to Camp 1 and aggressively pet the deer. That is certainly one way to put it. Bitterbug honey. Mandragora is actually one of the major items that I don't know I can get. It does look like I can. I can ignore god bugs though. Yes, I can ignore god bugs. Adamant seeds and mite seeds I will want to keep up. Okay, I think... Wait, energy drink, nitro shroom? Okay, yeah, sure, I'll take the nitro shroom. Nitro shroom. That cuts my list down considerably. Dash extract. So I don't know what dash extract is, and I don't know what it's for. So I'll actually skip that. Okay. If I have a hunting horn or hammer, just bonk the Kelby. They'll get dazed, but they'll be alive. Okay. That, you know what? That makes sense because I'm basically just breaking their horns off. I don't know how to feel about the bombs. Smoke bomb. I don't know. Don't know if I'll need that. Still want perish rooms and sleep herbs. And it does look like I'm low on thunderbugs. Let's see, dash extract. You think it's a drop from some monsters? Okay. I'll be patient with the dash extract. Ammunition and coating I can also safely ignore. There's actually not as many items as I thought there were. Alright, let's just go for it. Let's see, you said Wildspire Waste. There should be Kelby out there. I check. Nope, not that menu. I want my hunter notes. Small monster field guide. If I'm smart, I can actually do it this way. So I can also find them in the Coral Highlands. Those wishing to harvest a horn should aim for the head when attacking them. Okay. It's also interesting that their horns don't show up in the materials list. It almost makes me wonder if they won't drop for me. Octonoth will give me raw meat, which is another ingredient that I want. Ooh, I did forget about the moss wine. How they'll go off in search of mushrooms, which is going to be good for looking for mandragora, excite shrooms, probably parashrooms as well. Apceros. Like the Aptonoth, except a little tougher. I'll find them in the Wildspire Waste. Noyos. Can be hunted down, similar to the Meranos. Wingdrake hide and raw meat. Wingdrake hide and screamer sacks. Okay. So that's why I might hunt down the Noyos instead of the Meranos. But Kelby are currently going to be one of the things that I'll want to focus on. So Wildspire Waste, possibly the Coral Highlands. Chamos, Kiros, Ornitar. And Barnos. Okay. Right. I forgot about the Rathian. Now it just comes down to, do I want to face up Rathian? Or do I want to potentially face monsters that... Actually, there's no way that I'm anywhere near, there's no way I'm anywhere near ready to take on Rathian. Is there? If I go up to the bookshop... Wow, there are so many people who have something to say.
All right.
Remember the time-honored saying? Fuck around and find out. You are not wrong. I'm assuming that I'm not able to take on a Rathian, but I can test that assumption at my leisure. Upgrade equipment. Me. Okay, so there's... Ooh, I'm actually very close to rating my horn to the next level. We just need one more Dragonite ore, and it looks like some kind of bone. I check out Bone Tree. Similar situation. I'm still missing one bone, or one bone type item. Possibly even the same bone type item as what the ore tree requires. Oh wow, the upgrade tree has opened up quite a bit for me. Ooh, okay. There's suddenly so many items that I can run after. Not to mention event items. Right, it's the Radabaan that I captured. Oh. It was the Radabaan that I fought last time. Honestly, I do actually kind of dig the armor set. It almost makes me look like Astronaut Catgirl. And the Lumu set is just fluffy. Let's see. Spring Blossom, one Earth Crystal. Oh wow. I can almost immediately craft that. How does it compare to... How does it compare to what I currently have? Ooh, Honey Hunter. The defense is comparable. Right? Wait. Okay, it's better. Okay, okay. Just go ahead and craft armor. Is one of the things I'm looking for, so let's go for it. And I get to look cute while I'm at it. That's always a bonus. Recovery speed. Not necessary. And if I really want defense, it looks like I'll want the Radovon set. I am not opposed. I don't really want to be hunting though. So I guess, was there anything else? No, I don't think there was. Well. So many people want to talk. Chef? Oh, is it not the chef that wants to talk? Oh no, it is. Oh. Let's see, you interested in bulking up the canteen with more ingredients? There are a lot of quests that I can take on.
Working hard? Good luck.
Now I need to go around and figure out whether or not I've seen everyone. Hey, oh, there's just no one blocking the way. Okie dokie. Let's run around down here. Let's see if anyone at the bottom has anything to talk to me about. That's Captain of the First. Enter.
Fine work. By the way, and listen up. May the Sapphire Star light your way.
Okay, just some story stuff. I think that covers everything. So let's talk
Nothing
to
will
the
stop us.
Visions, the research center. Ooh, and I am going to leave this alone. Just complete deliveries. Shamos. need the Tsitsuyaku hide and Aquasax, which I don't know about. Let's just go investigate a new area. Alright, let's go do what you suggested. Wildspire Wastes. Let's bonk some Kelby. It's interesting. I thought that the game would load a little bit faster. And as expected, no no supplies in the supply box, which to be expected. That's Slinger mode. Wanted to go to my rations. Yeah. I'm just not used to coming out onto the map without being out on a mission. Expeditions are new to me. Okay, that was one bonk. Wonder if I need to be a bit more aggressive with my bonking. A little bit more aggressive than that, at least. Oh, no, I just need to get good with actually hitting their heads. There we go. I'll be born. Hands. What? It's not an overhead swing? There's the overhead swing that I was looking for, but... Did I already break its horns? Yeah, I may have. Oh no, there's a green and a blue Kelby. Okay, and it's very apparent when already got their horn. Kelby horns, get. Let's see, so getting good with my aggressive petting. So I'm standing still. When I stand still, When I stand still, I start with an underhanded swing. But if I'm moving, do the overhand swing. The overhand swing is also the follow-up in my Y combo. The same vein. If I'm standing still, I'll do a sort of horizontal swipe. I'll do a sort of horizontal swipe with my B. But it's more of an upward swing when I'm standing still. Ooh, I also forgot to have one more move. So my Y and B is kind of a back step swing. Imagine someone hits your glasses off with a bagpipe and then starts playing a solo. That's basically what I'm doing, isn't it? I don't need the fire herbs, so nice horns you got there. It would be a shame if someone came by and knocked them off your head. Hi, Alice. See, depending on where I put my model, you can see the sweater as a really big blanket. Ooh. You aren't wrong. I think the V-neck of it sort of takes away from it, in my opinion, but I can see where you're coming from. Welcome in. I am doing a little bit of a fuck around and find out. And by fuck around and find out, I am just farming some horns off of these deer. Also, while I'm here, oh, guess I won't be doing that. That's okay. I've hardly done anything, and Seribart says it's time to take a break. It's a Rathian. I am glad that the Rathian saw fit to not come out and bother me. There we go. The shepherd hare. That's what I was trying to catch. Let me go ahead and check my item pouch. Oh, I can just keep on harassing these deer until just keep harassing these deer for a good long time, which is unfortunate for the deer. And also, I imagine, kind of boring. So... let's go ahead and fix that. Give myself a little bit of a health boost just to be on the safe side. I do need to get into the practice of... keeping track of and maintaining my buffs. There we go. Aggressively bonked horns. Let me zoom in a little bit. Bait bug. Bone pile. Bitter bugs. You know what? Let's do this the old-fashioned way. We should just walk around. And I guess the advantage here is I have the scout flies. And the scout flies do a great job of pointing out different items to me. Glowfern. That's not one of the items on my list. I'll skip past them. The bone pile, however, if I can figure out how to get up there, is something that I'm at. Oh, no. Pile's down here. Boulder bone. That was one of the new ones. We've already seen it though. Oops. You know what, let's go through this whole... Let's go through the whole, what's it? Whole buff stack. That way, I don't need to do that whole song and dance every single time. Or at least, not the next time that I need to get it. Oh, there was something here? No. Doesn't look like it. I also forgot that the 8 bugs looked interesting, so I figure come out, herb, 8 bug, and start collecting that. Latchberry. I'll skip the latchberries. What do we have up there?
Oh,
Almond fly. Here's some more latchberries. Those are actually huntable monsters, so I'm going to bring back ever so slightly. Ooh, blue mushrooms, antidote herbs. I can skip. If I follow along in this direction. Oh, here we go. Good mushrooms. Only the one though. Oops. And there's not the red pit. I don't care about the red pit. Antidote herb. Took a wrong turn somewhere here. Because what I want is the mite seed. Ah. Which is over here. And oh! Oh, I don't want to be walking over there right now. There's a Rathian there. Come on. Oh, did I successfully evade? Looks like I successfully evaded it. Oh, lucky me, honey. And what have you? Tough-skinned fruit. Oh, and I can harvest it multiple times. That's good. Also, Old Hunter technique. You crouch when you harvest. You know what? Oh, I will take the Slinger Torch. And I will also... Flash Bug. We don't have any Thunder Bug. Okay. So here's the Flash Bug. flash bugs aren't particularly what I'm looking for. If I check this area up here... Oh, there's the Rathian coming along again. Round cactus? Sure. Have I ever done any harvesting or picking IRL? No. At least... not foraging, at least. The closest I've gotten to harvesting or picking, there are some pear trees and cherry trees in my backyard. And every now and then I'll go back out there to pick some. But they're also up on a hill, so it makes it a bit tough to safely harvest, especially without getting tired or wear out your feet. Your grandpa took you out picking flowers for tea a few times. Ooh. I'll admit I've never considered flowers for food. Though having said that, my dad did pick some dandelion flowers the other day. I don't know exactly what he was doing with them, though. He may have made it into a sort of tea. Maybe he did something else with them. I'll have to ask. Ooh, I am missing all my nets. What if... no. Let's just not bother them. Ooh, big drop. Not what I expected. But also, not surprising. There's that Rathian. What kind of flowers did you end up picking, Alice? Let's see. You can make tea from poppy flowers. You assumed that it would have a mild opioid effect, but no! It can kill you if you make it too strong. That's... Ooh. That is... feels like a learning experience. And possibly something that you would want supervision whenever you make it yourself. Or when you're first learning how to make it, at least. You remember picking yellow flowers. Okay. Probably something that's not as simple as dandelions, though. Your grandpa just called them wild tea flowers. I mean, that sounds accurate if nothing else. That's what you were out to get, and that's what you picked them for. Don't need to know much more than that. bugs. See, you've grown your own wormwood for tea. You read that they can give you some strong dreams. Ooh. Now I say ooh, but also I have to wonder, is it just dreams? And you didn't notice any effects. I was thinking for a second, oh hey, would that potentially help me with my sleeping issues? Probably not. Also the most bitter thing you've tasted in your life. Okay, guess I won't be giving it a try. I just didn't go quite far enough for the rest of the bitter bugs. Okay, so there's a bitter bug right here. And if I come off in this direction... Oh. Ooh. Oh, nope, there it is. Spider web. And bitter bug. It also looks like... Oh, I did miss a bitter bug behind me. Check the map again. I'm right on top of it. There's a flash bug. I'm passing... You know what? It may have just not returned yet. Because they do need some time to recharge. Or restore themselves. Okay, good. The Rathian has left the locale. That's good. That's good. That means I don't need to be afraid. Notes. We have here antidote herbs. Don't believe I need any of those. More antidote herbs. Red pits. I think these right here are all... No, these are not red pits. These are Vita Lilies. Red pits. I appreciate that... I appreciate that you can visually identify the different items. It's a step up from previous games where you were just harvesting from a particular location and hoping that you got lucky. We are walking this direction. Yep, here's another blue mushroom. Come back. I believe that's also... Looks like I've scouted out most of this section of the... looks like I've scouted most of this area. Without RNG, how will you mindlessly grind? Well, good news, Alice. You still have to mindlessly grind the different monsters because their drops are still RNG tables. Ooh, moss wine. What have you here? Toadstools. Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you like that. Alright, Mosswine, lead the way. Will you show me some more mushrooms? Wait, Rathian? I thought you left. Spore puff, not what I'm looking for. Rathian footprints, thank you. Okay, so there was a smoke nut back there. Vulture. Do. I am not interested in bothering a Rathian when I am not specifically hunting it. The furthest I've gotten in any Monster Hunter, I believe, was the Kezu. It was Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, I believe, that I played. I remember the Kezu, the Congalala. Oh no. Something has me in its sights, and I don't know what. Oh, is it literally just the... Right, you do count as a hunt, don't you? Kestodon, male. Okay. That wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. Just because it's not the reason that I'm out here. Ooh, I forgot to check in with the chief ecologist. Where am I? I'm in this area up here. Doesn't look like there's anything of particular interest out here, except for the nitro shrooms. Not that there are many of them. Okay, so if I go in this direction... Oh, I see it. Nitro shrooms... Oh, that is the Kuluyaku, I think. I will leave it alone. I'm not after hunts, I am after items. Wait, how do I turn left and go across? Okay, I see, I see. I mean, I guess I can... Nope, missed. That's okay. Ooh, lucky me. This is more Nitro Shroom. And a little bit of ore. Round cactus. Luyaku is still in the area. Nitro Shroom ready to harvest. Looks like a mining outcrop. Oh, wrong button. After all the hunting I've done, you would think that I would have a little bit more of an ingrained feel for the controls. But I'm using a 360 controller. I used to play on the PSP. It's a very, very different experience. Now then, hopefully... Oh, no, that is... Oh no, that's... It's not a monster, that is just some brush. Last nut. Have I ever picked up any... Oh, right. You're considered a hunt. Okay, and then I want to get an attack up because I'm not actually scared of this monster. I'm not scared of this monster, but that doesn't mean that I can't be hurt by it. Let's see, this PSP only has one analog stick. Did this PSP only have one analog stick? Yes. Oh, you're encouraging me to go after the Rathian. Oh. That's not my goal. But you know what, just for you, I will give it one try. Yeah, just a little treat, a little hunt to test my power. Let me just keep on filling out my map and Forget the name of that monster over there. I did face it once. And unfortunately, I am more interested in the materials that I can gather than I am any fights I can have. Also being very disappointed by the lack of, what is it? I don't need her. Well, how many potions? I have 4 potions. Okay. Maybe I can afford to pick up a few potions. A few herbs. But I'm being very disappointed by the lack of Dragonite ore. I know that I can get them from this area. I wonder if it's because I'm out on an expedition that I'm not finding any Dragonite ore. Or maybe... Hidden pouch... Material... Iron? Machilite with crystal... Yeah. I haven't gotten any... Dragonite ore out of these mining outcrops. Let's see, if I go this direction, this might be a new area. Wouldn't you know it? More ore. I am a little glad that I'm a little glad that the stamina isn't really tracked outside of combat. It makes exploring areas so much... It makes exploring areas easier. It makes it... It gives me the ability to do expeditions like this and collect items. And just collect items. I don't need to go out on a quest. I can just come out and explore. And given how massive these maps are, it's a good change from what I've been doing in the past. But also, fuck Vespoids. Oh, looks like we have a bone pile out here. I think the other thing to consider is I don't know if this area counts as a hot region. I see all this sand, all this loose dust, and I think that it's supposed to be hot, but it's not. Okay, so that was the Diablos that I saw underground, or under the sand trap. Okay, and I've finally maxed out my potions. That looked like it was collectible, but I guess it's just a set piece. Okay, okay. This is the area that I want to look at. I want thunderbugs, which I do. Oh, and there's the Diablos. Let's not mess with the Diablos. Let me just very quickly come out this direction. And there should be a thunderbug somewhere. Oh. Right here-ish? There it is. Oh, the Diablos is right behind me. Let me just circle around this way. If I go directly south... No, I also don't need god bugs. The map is mostly filled out here in area 8, 12. 12 and 7, however, look pretty bare, so let's go out this direction. I did my combo wrong. I did my combo very wrong. Hold on, let me restart this solo. Yes, exactly. That's just a basic herb, which I don't need. Here's a bone pile. Is that... What is that? Is this anything? This looks like something. It almost looks like a mining outcrop. And a Rathian hangs out over here. That is a little concerning. See, it's a little concerning because I don't remember my combos. Oh, Vespoids. Not what I want to see. Is there anything down here? Is it just bones? Is it just bones and Vespoids? Huh. Okay then. Maybe if I need to hide out for a minute, that's where I can go. Pile. If I go off in the other direction, that's the eastern camp, and well, that was actually a little disappointing. I thought that there would be more in that area. Oh. I wanted not the torch pods, but bright moss. Torch pods are a little bit more violent than what I was thinking of. Come on, I'm looking for bugs. A most disappointing exploration. However, if we swing out right here... Hey, there we go, Bitterbug. Here we go. This is the eastern camp. Right this direction? And these are antidote herbs. Here's camp. The camp offers... I haven't had this tutorial before. That's right, I've never rested in camp yet. Camp offers 5 basic amenities. Use them to prepare for the hunt. Tent, supply box, quest counter, Palico, and canteen. Wait. If I go into the tent, I don't just recover my health? actually get the chance to swap my equipment.
You can change your weapons and armor here. Make sure you're always prepped and ready for what comes next. You can use the item box to manage your inventory.
Wait, I have access to my full inventory here? I'm in shock. This is so convenient compared to what I was doing in the past. Auto sort. Then I want to manage loadouts. Oh, I did that wrong. What I wanted to do was manage and then register. And I can save 80 of these? I can barely... Okay, this is fine, this is fine. I'll learn to use it all eventually. I need so many more units of honey. Let's see. Clockwork you only use 4. Okay, that's good. That's good. I don't need to fill out all 80 somehow. The bug. It was a bait bug, actually. Where was the bait bug? There on the wall. Let's see, normal, hot weather, cold weather, and then co-op. It's pretty reasonable. And if we go this direction, this will lead me up into what I thought was the Rathian nest, but it might not be the Rathian nest at all. The hot weather, cold weather, normal, and then co-op. I think that's pretty. It's a pretty respectable spread. Means you have 3 solo sets, and yeah, that's what I was expecting. Lots of powders in your co-op set. That way you can share healing items with the rest of the group. Also buffing items, because you can use there are powder versions of the Demon Drug and Armor armor skin. They're not necessarily bad by themselves. Okay, that's good to know. I may consider... I may consider using them then. Or at least getting in the habit of keeping a stockpile of them. If nothing else, they represent more prepared items that I can bring out onto the field. Let's see, they're faster than a potion, but slower than a tablet. I have never... I don't think I've ever seen tablets. And the Gyarados is here. I do not care for it, though. I'll let it hang out in area 10. I'll swing down south into 9. Oh, here's some vines. Get up. Alright, and the buffs don't last quite as long, presumably. There's an antidote pill that I can make that is spicy, isn't hard to craft. Fair warning, tablet buffs are the strongest and fastest to apply, but only last for 30 seconds. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. If nothing else, I have considered... I've considered the thought of using more consumable items, just in general. Not something that I typically keep in mind. I'm not used to it either. I know Crow mentioned, when he was around, that the hunting horn buffs and the item buffs will actually stack. Now I have to wonder if not only item buffs, but different items will stack as well. Oop, that was not what I wanted. I thought that was something else. Nope. Paratoad can also have its space. I just want the sleep herbs. And the Godbug? Okay, I'll take a Godbug. I am not opposed. Toot my horn. And carry on. Alright, so I do need to learn how to use item buffs on top of everything else. I'm maxed out on sleep herbs. That is a little unfortunate. Same time, you know, it's right there. Just swing down this direction. And what is... oh, cactus, round cactus. I come up this direction a little bit. Here's some Kelby. Have some aggressive petting. And it does take me about 2 hits to break their horns off. For better or for worse. Say 2 hits. But that's only if I hit. There we go. Ooh. Looks like I hurt this one a little bit too much, too. And we have a gate over here. Oh, return to headquarters. Nope. Not quite yet. Back into the tent, as I want. Yep, sleep herbs. Already filled out. Here's some deer, some Kelby, some a couple of strong pets. Carry on. Let's see, there's still honey and ooh, there's a bitterbug right here. Seribot says it's about time for a break. Not Siri, Sari.
Oh.
Okay, so since Seribot is calling for a break, I will at least run back to camp. Will also, since I'm here in the area, Kelby? Ooh, one good strike. I'll pop back into camp just for safety. Into the tent, item box. Manage. come back to this menu so that we can just chill out. And I will set break at least. I'll consider maybe... Ooh. It is 11 actually. So how about I just call it here? Thank you for coming by to hang out. And thank you for helping me think through my loadout and figure out how to handle Kelby horns. I think I'll be on tomorrow, maybe? No promises. But at the very least, I think I'm going to try to put out a schedule, actually. It'll just be pictures of my notebook. I think I'm also going to leave it mostly on Blue Sky. Twitter's just going to get a fully text-based version of that. And since we're here, let's go ahead and raid? How do I have this going on? Okay, here we go. Let's see if anyone I want to raid is on. Not anyone I'm following, unfortunately. I go ahead and filter. I mean, worst case scenario, I just drop everyone off into the void. Yeah, I think I'll just drop everyone off into the void. Thank you for drawing. No, it's all right, Clock. We can just go off to bed.